let's circle the Plugge hole and talk about €5 mountains. What's the deal here, Johnny?
Richard Plugge was on French TV of the weekend, I believe, talking on that Vive le Velo, their sort of analysis show. I think it was at the women's tour. There wasn't really any direct links to where exactly it came from.
Isn't Vive le Velo is the Belgian one that Brunel was on?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, corrections corner. Well, he was on that, and was basically saying that the Col de la Loze situation, which I wasn't there for, was quite fucky, and too many fans, hard for the riders to get. And we saw some video of, like, I think Jonas Vingegaard having to explain who he was to descend down the mountain.
It was Pogacar as well.
And Pogacar, and then one of the Yateses, I think, as well.
Stopped by the cops trying to get down.
Yeah, which is kind of common at the tour. And so Rich Plugge was like, that was an unmanageable situation, shouldn't happen. And to correct this, we either need to stop as many fans coming on the mountain, or we should charge them €5 because then that would stop them. And then he caught himself just then being like, obviously that'd be bad because it'd make it less great, like, atmosphere on the mountain. But maybe we have to do it. And it's like, well, I don't know. Well, I mean, Ian, you were there. I don't think you were gone by that point, Kaylee, too. So, did it seem extra fucky or not?
I honestly, it has blurred into one, and I could not tell you.
Okay,
it's all fucky. Like Hautacam was fucky
all the time.
Lowe's
Which
was
one was
fucky.
that? Was that a gondola one?
Which one? Col de Loze. That was the day after we left you.
Yeah. It was
just the morning.
It was just you and Patrick and Josh Boyos.
It was the first day that I was gone.
Yeah.
On a Thursday.
It's only a week ago, but it could be another life.
Oh.
On the Thursday. No, I was still there for that.
Oh, you were still there?
Was that a gondola one?
Yeah, it was a gondola one. It was the one where we went up and we stood in front of the
vent.
the heater vent on the back of the chairlift because it was blowing hot air out, and then we realized that we were feeling a little lightheaded, so we had to go somewhere else.
Oh my god!
I do remember that. Yeah,
just some minor carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
Trying to
never hurt anyone.
Nope, trying to just improve our hematocrit levels for the future.
I am told that it was fucky further up than we were.
Okay. It was totally
less
fine
where we were.
Yeah, it was completely fine where we were. There wasn't that many people, and kind of the only people coming. We were like this adjacent to this VIP section that was totally fine, but we were like 4K down from the top. So, and we did not walk all the way up. No, but more broadly, it doesn't really matter what the Col de la Loze was like. More broadly,
yes,
€5 to get up the mountain. Like, is that a thing? So. Well, so first of all, €5 is not that much money. Let's be clear. Like any other sporting event is going to be generally more than that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at buying World Cup tickets in the States next year.
Yeah, it's going to remember Europe.
Hundreds of dollars.
No, €5 is a token. It's a token amount.
Yeah. So first of all, I don't think it prevents anyone from going up. Really,
no. Like. You're not going to make money because you have to hire someone to collect invest in infrastructure to make it work.
The cost of a couple bottles of water, and you're already spending. Anybody who is there has spent a fair amount of money just to get there anyway. The extra €5 is not going to prevent them from going up the mountain. I do think that we talk all the time about like the sort of the lack of sustainability from a financial perspective within professional cycling, and how like rev share off the back of TV revenue, it wouldn't really do anything, right? Like even if you made ASO rev share all of their profits across the World Tour teams, all of them would get enough to hire like one super domestique. Like it would just be it's such a small inconsequential number. I haven't sit here and run the numbers. I don't know how much money you'd make charging people to go up mountains at the Tour de France. But if you started to combine all these things, you combine a rev share off of or a profit share off of the TV broadcast, you combine that with something that sort of stadiumizes the mountains. I'm not saying that I like this idea. I think that having the tons and tons of crazy people up in the mountain is sort of the whole point, and there's a long history of this sport having it be free. I'm just saying that I don't know if this idea occurred to Richard Plugge while he was on this episode of Vive le Velo, or if this is something he's been mulling for quite some time. But I guarantee you that the people who make those sort of decisions at the top of the sport are thinking about it and are thinking about a way to do that. Now, I think it does get kind of tricky because, like, who actually gets that money? Like, the Tour de France doesn't own the mountain.
True.
Like they would own a stadium, right? And so does, like, the local municipality get the €5? Is there, like, a split off of that? It starts to get very complicated very quickly. I think it's I guess my point is, I think it's something that is absolutely being, like, played out. It's being gamed out by those who would potentially
He was saying it
benefit
for a
from it.
safety perspective, not money making.
Yeah, but that's nonsense. It would have to be €150 before you'd significantly decrease the number of people that would go up the mountain. €5 wouldn't do anything, I don't think. So I think then the only discussion really is, could you make the sport more sustainable, basically, if with a change like that, and is that worth the detriment to the fans and the vibe and the history and all that about that? My opinion would be no, it's not worth it, but I guarantee you that others at the top of the sport would see it very differently.
I think if you're, as you said, Johnny, I think if he's presenting it as from a safety perspective, it also sounds like he's kind of presenting it from the logistics up at the top of the mountain were bad, but then you just move the problem down to the bottom of the mountain where you have 1,000 cars queuing up trying to figure out, do I have exact change? Can you break a 20? Yeah. Like, when do you get the people out there with their little buckets to start collecting it? Because there's going to be camper vans showing up a week early. Like, it's not really workable in any practical sense, because that's not how it works. It's not like a stadium where you go through a gate.
Yes. Do you remember Ralph Denk's even more implausible solution to this complicated issue?
Was it a sausage stand?
He wanted to sell a ticket and a sausage for like €10. So in Ralph Denk's mind, you're also carting up like thousands of wieners onto the mountaintop, which is fun.
I mean, the VIP zones are the solution that they're actually kind of talking about, right? Well, up where we were on Coldwell Lows,
and those are rubbish.
Well, but like, and the top of that, and I think they must be quite expensive because they're usually quite empty, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, like at the top of Lowe's there, they had basically taken over most of this big kind of flat area where the telecabine got off, and it was all VIPs, right? VIP folks. That is somewhat new. Like, they weren't doing mountainside VIP tents more than sort of 4 or 5 years ago. So they've already kind of trended in that direction. ASO has trended in that direction. And I think that ASO is pretty keen to sort of, it's like the executive box thing at actual stadiums. Like, you make all your money off of the executive box. You don't really make all your money off of the cheap seats. And so I think that they're probably just sort of assuming the cheap seats are all the free people walking up, and they're going to build as many, mountainside equivalents of executive boxes as they possibly can. That seems to be like more the mode and the model that ASO is employing. But that doesn't solve Richard Plugge's, there's too many people problem. No. We did mention, I think we mentioned on one of the Tour Daily pods that it seemed more crowded this year at the Tour than previous years.
Well, I mean, Richard Plugge is probably one person that doesn't need to be on the mountain. Also, we've not covered that. He's not involved in necessarily the racing operation of his Melissa bike. Sure, it probably helps that he's there, but he could stay at the bottom.
He could.
Maybe he was at the bottom already. We don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
And he's a large man.
So
of height and of forehead.
And of arm muscle. I would say.
Is he a little?
He's kind of he's slightly jacked, I'd say.
We described him in a previous episode as Jeff Bezos swole.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or on his way, in a very Dutch way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty mad.
So let's not charge people to go up mountains, because that's ridiculous.
No, I would like to see Ralph Denk Sausage Emporium given a go, though.
I would love that, because we would be able to buy sausages on the mountain, and that would
I would
be
buy
fantastic.
a sausage. I would definitely buy one.
How many times
sausages.
have we been up there? We'd be like, I just wish there was a sausage vendor up here.
And there was one
times.
on the way down, but that was private sausages just for people there in the encampment.
All right, that's enough €5 plug hole here.